Boys and girls, welcome to Dubrovnik. I arrived maybe like an hour ago. I slowly walked to my hostel, which is literally just behind this building. And I want to take you guys for a little tour around this beautiful city. I'm here second time. First time I was here for about 2 days before I went to Bosnia. So what can I say? A few people actually recommend me this place. Actually, they recommend me Croatia. They didn't really recommend me Dubrovnik, but one person who definitely recommended me Dubrovnik was my brother, which he actually admit a few days ago that Dubrovnik is a fucking scam anyway. But yeah, I came here before my trip to Bosnia. I was here for 2 days, and all I can say, yes, it's a definitely beautiful city. It's not massive, it's really compact. This is pretty much it. Everything what we're talking about is behind this massive wall. So the city was built in 13th centuries. It's definitely like a huge history sponge. A lot of things happen here. I'm not really familiar with everything, but I'm not here for historical rides. I'm just here to just enjoy what I see, and I definitely did. I will take you guys to the old town, which is literally behind those walls, and I show you how the old town look like. You probably see a lot of videos from Dubrovnik. You probably know somebody who was here because it's a really popular tourist destination, especially here in Croatia. Because yeah, Dubrovnik is in Croatia. It's literally just at the end of the country, straight in the bottom. So in the middle of the Bosnia, straight here, it was about 6 hours trip, which went really quick because the views, as you guys can see, they are fucking amazing. So this is where we actually entering the city. This is one of those gates, and this is the marina. Obviously Dubrovnik is well known from being a background for the King's Landing in Game of Thrones, and obviously a lot of people know that. A lot of people coming here just because of that fact. But to be honest, I'm not really here because of that. Even if I'm a huge fan of Game of Thrones, I don't really feel that sort of vibe in here. I'm not sure. For the 2 days I've been here, I was walking pretty much everywhere. I explored pretty much the whole old town, which is huge. So yeah, I don't really see and I don't really feel that Game of Thrones sort of vibe. Let's have a look how the actual entrance to the old city look like. Hopefully it won't be raining, because on my last day here in Dubrovnik before my trip to Bosnia, it was raining as fuck. It was raining so much that the whole main city was like flooded. I'll be honest with you, when you cross that wall, all prices are going fucking double. This is definitely the most touristic place here in this area. The next one probably is Mostar in Bosnia. Yeah, in here tourists are fucking everywhere. So this is the entrance to the old city, and everywhere you go you have to pay. If you want to walk on those walls and explore the city from the top, you have to pay a fucking 35 euro, which is, it's ridiculous, you know, 35 euro per person to climb on those walls so you can have a look from the top. It's ridiculous, guys. It's not like I'm complaining because I can't afford it. Of course I can, but the thing is, I'd rather spend that money in a country literally next door in Bosnia, where for like 35 euro you can eat pretty much a good 5 days, I would say. Yeah, even if you want to use a toilet, public toilet in here, it's 1 euro everywhere. So I don't really know if you have a diarrhea somewhere between those walls, you're literally fucked. And yeah, so 35 euro just to go up and walk around the town. I think they will make so much money so they can build another fucking fort like that somewhere else. It's just ridiculous. So yeah, it's definitely beautiful place. I will show you a few bits, few corners. But guys, as you see, tourists fucking everywhere. And this is what I don't really like. And this is what I'm usually staying away from. Touristy places like this. When you are obviously walking wallet. But the good thing about being here, nobody just pesking me, nobody trying to sell me anything, nobody just dragging me to their stores, nobody try to sell me anything, which is amazing. As you see, location of the city, that's why it's so popular. It's stunning because obviously city is surrounded by the hills, the mountains. Unfortunately, the old town doesn't really match the houses they built over there. Obviously the houses looks pretty much the same because this is the same color of the rooftops, but it doesn't really match the rest of the town. This marina is really, really nice. Unfortunately, there's not many sculptures, statues, or any details like here. There's not really much to look at. It's just fucking square buildings, and I'll be honest with you, it's a kind of boring. I don't know. I don't want to say that I came here to complain. Absolutely not. I'm just honest with you. This is my sort of experience. I don't know. I think when I've been to Italy and I've seen Napoli, old town, or if I've seen fucking Florence and everything, a city like Dubrovnik, it won't fucking impress me because I don't know. I expected this to be a little bit more, what can I say, like packed with like statues, ornaments, beautiful buildings, and all of these buildings, they're kind of boring. I don't want to offend anyone who's living in here, but I don't really see this like interesting. Yeah, the other things, definitely prices. They fucking double or triple when you're walking literally across that wall, and it's kind of ridiculous because yeah, if you want to buy a fucking ice cream, it's like fucking 7 or 8 euros to buy an ice cream in here. The beer is probably about the same. The sun is setting slowly, so we have a beautiful colors, but as you guys can see, this is like a main sort of street. And I will be honest, and I don't know, maybe this is just my sort of aesthetic, but I'm looking at it and I don't really see anything special about those walls, because this is look like, it can look like one of those, I don't know, Italian little towns and stuff. I'm not really impressed, but a lot of people definitely do. The one thing I really like are those streets. If you guys can see, I'll do a little zoom. All of the streets are going up. Restaurants, clothes, ice creams, and that's pretty much it. There's not really much interesting stuff in here, and to be honest, I was expecting a little bit more. Also, I said about the prices. Prices are just stupid. What the fuck is this? Fucking hell. So the really good thing about the city, there is no cars in here. Any cars is not really allowed in here because it's not, maybe you can find some space for a car, but the car's actually not coming here because there's no access. So I'm not really sure how they deliver food and deliver the supplies and everything to those shops, but yeah, there's no cars in here. Also, because it's a UNESCO site, it's not really possible to change anything in those buildings, which is great. I think they're trying to keep it like original as possible. As guys, you can see there's no signs like outside, just not to ruin the whole look of it. And this is what I really like. They're trying to preserve it for long as possible. I don't really understand the people who are paying 35 euro just to walk on those walls. I don't know, maybe they will give them something extra for that, but I don't know. 35 euro just to walk up, it's just a little bit stupid for me. Also, lots of shops with souvenirs from Game of Thrones, obviously. And I have to say, because I know the stuff you can buy on AliExpress, because I do buy stuff on AliExpress myself. Everything those guys selling here, it's AliExpress bullshit. There's nothing original here, nothing made especially for the place, especially for the show. Everything is AliExpress shit. Plastic, I don't really know who's buying this. So if you can buy like a Game of Thrones sort of magnet on AliExpress, you can pay from 30 pence to maybe 50, 60. Here they're selling this for like 10 euro, 7 euro. I understand this is how it works, how the business works, and I'll be honest with you, that rubbish they're selling here, that plastic Chinese rubbish, which is not even painted right, you know, it's a bit ridiculous. Lots of shops from Game of Thrones. I was walking around trying to just come back to the places where they film a few scenes. It's not like I remember them all. I didn't watch the show more than one time, but I recognize some of the places. I want to take you guys to that place, I call them Stairs of Shame, because in Game of Thrones there was a scene when Daenerys, not Daenerys, the other one, she was walking down naked and people were spitting on her and screaming shame, shame. So we're going there. I will show you how this place actually looks like. It doesn't look anything like on the show because there's a lot of like umbrellas, a lot of restaurants in there. So you can't really see like the whole view. I'll show you the photo over here. But I'm going there to show you anyway. It's literally behind the corner. There is obviously a lot of things going on over there in those little streets, narrow streets, restaurants, lots of fast food, little shops. But to be honest, I didn't really see any interesting shops where I can actually go and show you, because I was walking here for like 2 days. I was looking for some places to show you maybe something interesting, but I'll be honest, I don't want to be the guy who's just complaining, because I'm not complaining, I'm telling you how it is. So the really interesting thing that it was a massive earthquake. I think it was in 1880 something. It was a massive earthquake and a lot of buildings were destroyed. And then in 1990s it was war with Yugoslavia and they destroy a lot, but they're really quickly building everything up. So you can't really tell that anything fishy was going on in here. So yeah, they're spending a lot of money, a lot of effort just to make it look right. There's not many beggars, there's not many homeless people. I've seen maybe one person who was actually sleeping on the street, but that's it. Yeah, they're definitely keeping the place clean. Yeah, but the thing I don't really like how they actually staff in a restaurant, in a bars, actually like treating, not only me, because it's not only my opinion, it's the opinion of other people who actually met in here, and my friends as well. When you are a tourist in a touristy place and you have a staff working in a restaurant, when they like literally minimum wage, they don't really give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck, even if they working with tips and based on tips, their salary maybe it's just not entirely based on tips, but tips are quite important if they want to make money. Not many people actually show some effort, and it's kind of sad, you know. My experience in Bosnia, in Sarajevo, in other places like Mostar, that village we've been to, it was completely different, because people, they were like jumping on their fucking ears around us to serve wherever they can, to make sure that we are happy and stuff like this. Here I don't really feel that, and to be honest, this is something what put me off a little bit. So lots of little streets like this. As you see, guys, this is absolutely beautiful. I really like this old sort of look. Reminds me a little bit about some Italian cities, but I'm not really sure which one. So lots of hostels, lots of hotels. I'm staying here in a hostel. The only one reason I don't really want to spend a lot of money in here. I don't really think I will get the value because it's only like hotels cost like at least 110, 150. So I'm paying about 35 euros. It's not really far. It's maybe a 10-minute walk from like the main gate. But to be honest, it's a dump. Place is a dump. I don't want to say the name. It's only like 2 major hostels in here. Obviously you can say, oh, you're staying in a hostel, you know what you can expect and everything, but to be honest, I stayed in really nice hostels in Italy, and for that sort of price I'd rather go to Italy and stay over there. So this is the stairs. As you see, it's very, very popular spot. Lots of people taking photos in here. So I'll post photo somewhere how it looked in a series. It looked a little bit different. So yeah, now because of the lots of restaurants in there, there's like umbrellas and stuff. Yeah, so the guy, he actually talking about the scene from the series. So this is how the stairs look like from the bottom. Yeah, lots of tours, lots of groups, lots of people taking photos in there. It's a nice spot, but a little bit overhyped. I really like this square. They don't let you sit down just for a beer, which is a little bit shit, because you have to order food if you want to sit here. I'm not sure if it's like everywhere, but I've been in 3 different places, they all saying the same. So I can't just sit down and have a beer, which is kind of stupid. And I don't want to order any food in here. So for the food situation, I want to go back to the bakery, which I was passing when I was walking here. And I might have some ice cream for dessert, I'm not really sure. I'm not really hungry. On the way to Dubrovnik from Sarajevo, we stopped literally like 5 kilometers before the border, and I had a thing called the burek. This is like national sort of like snack in Bosnia. They're also having it here. So the burek is something which is filled with cheese or with meat. I obviously took burek with cheese. So yeah, this is how this square looks like. So yeah, I'm hoping to find the burek in here as well, because this is something I was eating pretty much pretty much every day. So because I lost a lot of weight because I was going to the gym, and now I gain all of this back because I'm eating quite a lot and I'm drinking a little bit of beer. But I'm going back tomorrow to my routine, so I'll be back to the gym tomorrow. So as you see, guys, this is the stuff they are selling in here. But it's a really cheap Chinese replicas of stuff. It's not really worth it. It's just rubbish. All of those chalices and stuff like this, it's plastic eggs. The quality is really, really bad. I don't really know who's buying this shit. Yeah, it's just rubbish. Yeah, I don't know how big of a fan you have to be to buy this crap. And because the show is losing the popularity a little bit, because the ending of the series was really shit. A lot of people were disappointed by the end of the series. So just losing the popularity, so I'm not really see a lot of people buying those souvenirs. As you see, there's lots of restaurants, lots of shops. Let's have a look what they're selling in here. Pizza, oh wow. Yeah, pizza is it's not really nice. I tried a few slices, I even ordered the whole pizza in different places, but to be honest, I wasn't really enjoying it. And I'll be completely honest with you, the food tastes here like a Western food in Morocco. It's just rubbish. So if I will be going back to Croatia, and I probably will, because I want to see the place called Split, and I also want to travel a little bit in the villages and outside the cities. But I'm not really sure when I will be doing this. If I will be doing this, it will be probably on a motorcycle. This is something I'm planning for the next year. So this is another entrance gate to the city. I want to show you guys up close. There is like one scene was filmed in this exact spot. If I will find it, I will post it somewhere here. And this spot I'm actually recognizing from the series. So this is the entrance to the city from the other side. And that's one of the main gates. Yeah, in the midday it's pretty chaotic in here because there's lots of groups. I'm glad I didn't come here in the summer because it's definitely way overcrowded here. You have to wait in the queues everywhere. If you want to buy anything, you just have to wait in a queue in a fucking toilet, which they're charging like €1 to just go to. It's crazy long queues just to even go to the toilet in here. It's ridiculous. Here we've got the price of the ice cream. It just says double for $4.50, but they will charge you like few euro extra just for a cone. The $4.50 is the price for the plastic cup or paper cup, whatever. There's a lots of hidden costs everywhere, which, you know, it's adding up. At the end of the day, it's adding up. I spent quite a lot of money just for 2 days of being here. And I didn't really spend a fraction of it in Bosnia for 4 days pretty much. But yeah, everyone, even in Bosnia, said, oh, Dubrovnik, it was really expensive. It was really expensive. Like people in Bosnia were asking me, I said, definitely like 3 times more expensive than Bosnia. Yeah, I'm not sure how can you enjoy your meal when you're sitting there and you've got like people just crawling around your table. Yeah, this is something that always pisses me off in the places like this. The amount of tourists pretty much on every single time of the day. They're just fucking dingling around. Yeah, I'm sure if you're eating meat, fish, seafood, you'll probably find a good places. Unfortunately, I can't recommend you anything as a vegetarian because I didn't really expect a nice vegetarian food in here, which I'm not complaining about. It's just there's few countries, like even in Bosnia, I found a lot of vegetarian food for me, and people were happy to cook it for me, and you know, it was just easier to find something for me. Here, a little bit more tricky. So guys, this is it. This is the old town in Dubrovnik. Obviously there's like maybe another like 20 different streets that are going up, but they all kind of look the same. It's just different restaurants and different shop. I kind of find this place a little bit boring, and I'm glad I'm only here until tomorrow, and I'm super excited about this. I really want to go back home. Hello, you don't have a burek with cheese?
We have, yes.
Can I have one burek with cheese, please?
Yes, sure.
And this is with cheese as well?
Yes.
Can I have one as well? 27. Here we go. Give you 2. Thank you. So it will be a bit tricky, but I'm going to find a place where I can eat that and I'll show you how it looks like. Guys, look at this beautiful view.
It has iron on it, slightly.
Yeah, the place is absolutely beautiful. So yeah, I'm not really like surprised a lot of people coming here. But to be honest, the old town plus actually this place, and there's another place like on the other side of the town, and that's it. And like I said, I didn't come here to criticize. I'm just telling you my experience. What can I say about Dubrovnik? Dubrovnik for me is like Morocco. I am hoping that I will never have to come here again. Same with Morocco. Hopefully I don't have to go back to Morocco anytime soon. It's just like a tourist fucking trap. And if I can give you advice, if you've never been here, come here for 2 days maximum. And then all you can do, buy a fucking ticket to Bosnia. Go to Sarajevo, go to Mostar. It's like 3 hours in a bus from here. It's 3 times cheaper. Food is 3 times better. People are 5 times more friendly than here. And I'm not saying about the whole Croatia, I'm just saying you about this place. Alright, I will go down and see what's there. So yeah, hopefully this is not like a public toilet or anything and I won't stop in somebody's shit. I just want to eat my burek in peace and there's like lots of people in here. Yeah, people definitely shitting in here. Well, if you have to pay €1 for a toilet, I'm not surprised. Fuck knows what it is. Anyway, I'll just sit in here and I'll enjoy my view. Alright, let's see what we have in here. So the first thing, it's called burek. It's a little bit different one than it was in Bosnia. In Bosnia they look more like a sort of like circle roll thing and there's like a cheese inside or meat. Obviously I'm taking with cheese. It's like a cottage cheese. It's salty, it's savory, it's not sweet. I usually eat that sort of cottage cheese, just Polish cheese, lots of protein. I eat that at home before, after my gym session, and I'm eating this with raisins and marmalade. But this one is salty, and this pastry is like a French sort of pastry, and it's really soft, and it's really wet. Sometimes at the end of the day, when you're buying burek, it's a bit dry. I had like a dry burek before and it wasn't really enjoyable. It was more like a gluey sort of texture, but yeah, this one is good. So guys, this is like, it's like a cottage cheese inside and a French pastry. So this burek costs €4.50. Also meaty version costs €4.50 as well. So what else we have? It's like a triangle thing. Pretty much the same thing. It's a French pastry, really thin with sesame and the cheese inside. Not sure what sort of cheese, probably the same. That's the same cheese, but this one a little bit more salty. It's just like a comfort food. I was eating that sort of food in Bosnia. That pastry is like paper, super thin, and that cottage cheese inside It's really salty, but the pastry doesn't taste like anything. The only taste from that pastry is that sesame seeds. Beautiful combination, I love it. In Bosnia, the better burek, bigger, warm, and cost 350, or which is €1.75. So it's a big difference. Something like this probably will cost about €1, not 2.5. So yeah, price difference. I'll probably go back and have an ice cream, which is fucking €7 or €8 for an ice cream in a cone, which is ridiculous. With Bosnia, where I was paying €1.20 per bowl, here it's 350 or 4, and Bosnia is literally over there, across that fucking mountain. Yeah, guys, I can definitely recommend. Come here, stay 2 days, take your fucking Instagram photo, jump on a bus, go to Sarajevo. You won't regret it. Dubrovnik, overhyped. I can't recommend that place. It's beautiful though, but it's not the place you would like to stay for long. Lots of people, lots of tourists, prices are stupid, and there's way better fucking places, way cheaper, more atmospheric, with the more friendly people, yeah, than this. Obviously in the evening time, when there's like lights, lanterns going on, it's definitely atmospheric, more atmospheric than in the daytime, but as you can see, guys, it's just fucking packed. So if you like to staying in the queues, if you like to fight over a place, if you like to just balance between the tourists, people who are taking photos pretty much on every single corner, yeah, that place definitely for you. I personally have been in a way better places than this. Even still, it's beautiful, it's nice and clean, but it's just like lack of soul. It's just too much. It's just too touristy, and I think it just lost this authenticity when it's like crowded and everything is made for tourists with a lot of cheap plastic Chinese shit. Yeah, I definitely would rather go and see a little small town which, you know, not very popular, and it's not really like crowded like this one. And guys, maybe I'm not really selling it for you, but you definitely, if you're thinking this is your bucket sort of list, yeah, I need to see Dubrovnik before I die, yeah, definitely come here. You probably have some fun, but I'm sure there's like, I'm 100% sure there's like way better places than this. Can I have one in a cone, cocoa almond paste, and stracciatella, please?
You want medium?
Yeah, two. Yeah, 2 in 1. Yeah. So this is my €8 ice cream. 8 fucking euros. All right, let's get into it. Yeah, ice cream, they're more like a gelato, they're more like a French, they're more like a Italian ice cream. Right, I'm going to finish this thing. So guys, thank you so much for staying with me. I'm really sorry for that a little rant, but I'm just telling you my experience, how I feel, what I feel, how I see things. And thank you very much for staying with me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all of that jazz. I'm going to fight with this ice cream, and hopefully, guys, I will see you on the next one. Have a good day, have a good night, wherever you are. Take care.